Hello viewers, welcome to Big Man Business YouTube channel. Today, we are going to look at orange from the global market perspective. The orange is the fruit of various citrus species in the family Rutaceae. It primarily refers to Citrus insinensis. Orange originated in a region encompassing southern China, northeast India, and Myanmar, and the earliest mention of the sweet orange was in Chinese literature in 314 BC. If you're new to the Big Man Business YouTube channel, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell to receive updates on new business expert videos. For more international business news and updates, please visit www.bigmanbusiness.com. Top orange producing countries. Brazil is the leading orange producer in the world, producing about 30% of the world's output. 94% of the country's orange production is concentrated in the state of São Paulo. Brazil is also the leading exporter of orange fruits and orange juice. The US is the second largest orange producer in the world, accounting for about 10% of the world's production. The state of Florida is the orange growing state, accounting for 70% of the country's production. Over 90% of the oranges produced in the US go to juice making. In China, the improved orange cultivars and expansion of orange farms have seen the country rise to the third largest orange producer in the world. China produced about 14.4 million tons of orange, accounting for 8% of the world production in 2013. These top three countries are expected to continue to expand their production, but at a slower rate. Based on a comparison of 154 countries in 2013, Belize ranked the highest in orange and mandarine consumption per capita with 90.8 kilograms, followed by Luxembourg and Bahamas. On the other end of the scale was Nigeria, Malawi, and Sierra Leone respectively. Average orange and mandarine consumption per capita reached 12.9 kilograms in 2013 in the world, according to Phaestat. This is 1.55% more than in the previous year and 11.3% more than 10 years ago. Historically, average orange and mandarine consumption per capita reached an all-time high of 13.3 kilograms in 2011 and an all-time low of 5.54 kilograms in 1963. The average annual growth amounted to 1.63% since 1961. Oranges imports by country. Global purchases of imported oranges were worth a total of $6.01 billion in 2020. Overall, the value of oranges imported in 2020 increased by an average of 16.5% for all importing countries since 2015, when international purchases of oranges were valued at $5.2 billion. From 2019 to 2020, imported oranges appreciated by 13.1%. The biggest importers of oranges are Germany, France, the Netherlands, China, and Russia. Collectively, that cohort of suppliers accounted for over a third, or 34.4%, of worldwide sales of exported oranges during 2020. From a continental perspective, buyers located in European countries bought the most imported oranges during 2020, with purchases costing $3.5 billion or 58.8% of the global total. In second place were Asian importers at 31.3%, trailed by those in North America at 7.3%. Smaller percentages were delivered to Latin America at 1.3%, excluding Mexico but including the Caribbean, Oceania at 0.7%, led by Australia and New Zealand, then Africa at 0.6%. Below are the 15 countries that paid the most for imported oranges during 2020. Germany spent $501.6 million to import oranges, which account for 8.3% of total imported oranges. France splashed $493.2 million on orange importation, accounting for 8.2%. The Netherlands imported oranges worth $457.1 million, equivalent to 7.6%, while orange importation in China gulped $307.93 million, valued at 5.1% of total global orange importation, while Russia imported $307.89 million worth of oranges. Other top importers include Hong Kong, United Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, United States, Canada, Italy, South Korea, Spain, Portugal, and Bangladesh. Among the above countries, the fastest growing markets for oranges since 2020 were Portugal, which was up by 95.6%, Spain, which was up by 62.3%, Bangladesh, which was up by 59.6%, and Italy up with 50.8%. 3 was a trio of declining top import countries, specifically China, which was down by -22.8%, Hong Kong down by -12.7%, and South Korea down by -8.3%. By value, the listed 15 countries purchased 68.2% of all oranges imported in 2020. Oranges exports by country. Global sales for oranges exports from all countries totaled $5.4 billion in 2020. Overall, the value of exported oranges increased by an average 17.2% for all suppliers since 2016, when shipments of oranges were worth $4.6 billion. From 2019 to 2020, the value of globally exported oranges accelerated by 13.9%. The 5 biggest exporters of oranges in 2020, which are Spain, South Africa, Egypt, United States, and the Netherlands, generated 70.4% of the total value of oranges exported worldwide. Among continents, European countries sold the highest dollar value worth of exported oranges during 2020, with shipments worth $2.4 billion or 44.8% of total exported oranges. In second place were African exporters at 28.7%, while 11% of worldwide shipments originated from North America. Asia supplied 8.4% worth of oranges. Smaller percentages came from Oceania with 4%, mostly Australia but also New Zealand, and Latin America exported 3.2%, excluding Mexico but including the Caribbean. Below are the 15 countries that sold the highest dollar value worth of oranges on international markets during 2020. Spain sold $1.4 billion worth of oranges, which accounts for 26.7% of total exported oranges, followed by South Africa, which sold $797.9 million of oranges, accounting for 14.7% of total global orange export. Egypt is next with $648.6 million, which accounts for 12%. United States orange export is valued at $574 million, valued at 10.6%, while the Netherlands is next with $346.3 million with 6.4%. Other top exporters include Australia with $214.5 million, Greece with $186.7 million, Portugal with $144.7 million, Turkey with $132.8 million, Italy with $123.6 million, China with $110.2 million, Hong Kong with $108.9 million, Morocco with $89.5 million, Chile with $80.2 million, India with $53.4 million. By value, the listed 15 countries shipped 93.4% of global oranges exported in 2020. Among the top exporters, the fastest growing oranges exporters since 2019 were India, which was up by 161.9%, Portugal up by 75.6%, Greece up by 48.2%, and Turkey up by 44.3%. 3 among those countries posted declines in their sales of exported oranges, namely Hong Kong, which was down by -23.5%, Australia, which was down by -3.2%, and Egypt, which was down -1.2%. As of 1987, orange trees were found to be the most cultivated fruit tree in the world. Orange trees are widely grown in tropical and subtropical climates for their sweet fruit. The fruit of the orange tree can be eaten fresh or processed for its juice or fragrant peel. As of 2012, sweet oranges accounted for approximately 70% of citrus production. In 2019, 79 million tons of oranges were grown worldwide, with Brazil producing 22% of the total, followed by China and India. The global orange market is projected to register a CAGR of 3.0% during the forecast period of 2021 to 2026. Due to COVID-19, there has been a labor shortage in the agriculture industry due to movement restrictions which posed a challenge in harvesting the oranges. Additionally, the supply chain disruption has also had a negative impact on the orange trade globally. High production capabilities and magnificent weather conditions across the globe contribute to the production of oranges. The production of oranges is majorly affected by several factors, such as environmental factors, biostress, and government policies of the country. Spain is one of the major producers of citrus fruits, especially oranges. However, a rebound in citrus production in the European countries may result in a reduction of imports from Spain. The other important varieties of orange found are Lane Late from Australia, Navelate from Spain, and Newhall from California. The international trade in oranges mainly revolves around major exporters, such as Brazil and other countries in the European Union, which represents almost 60.0% of the entire international trade of oranges. Some of the top importers are China, the United States, and Turkey. The demand for oranges is at its peak during the months of November, December, and January when the temperatures are a little lower. The growth in the European market is retained, especially in Germany, where the consumption of oranges has seen the strongest growth in recent years. Consumers in different regions including North America and Europe are shifting their preferences towards orange juice. However, the per capita consumption of fresh oranges has been constantly ameliorating, particularly during the winter seasons, owing to their high availability. According to UN Comtrade, the exports of oranges to the world increased significantly from 4,620.8 million in 2016 to 4,753.9 million in 2019, owing to the escalating consumption during winter months, which varies for different countries. Moreover, as the seasonal consumption varies, the navel, which is an orange variety, has its season lasting from June to October. Chile saw increased citrus exports, including oranges, by 15.0%. This was due to heavy rainfall recorded in 2018, which led to larger harvests and served the markets in the United States and Europe. Thus, the higher availability and production of fresh oranges, owing to the adequate weather conditions, is stimulating the seasonal consumption of oranges. Brazil is a key driver in the global orange demand trend as domestic consumption of fresh oranges is growing, as consumers demand fresh squeezed orange juice in their homes, bakeries, and restaurants are growing throughout the nation. They also look for pasteurized juice, which is produced at factories that operate in the country. The domestic market for fresh oranges has become a major consumer of Brazil's total orange production. More than 100.0 million boxes of oranges, each weighing 40.8 kilograms, which is equivalent to approximately 30.0% of Brazil's production, are consumed by the Brazilian population annually. Major juice industries in Brazil use to export almost entire production to international destinations. Hence, the growing trend of juice shops with a variety of fruits, including orange extracts and pulp, in Brazil has led to the demand for fresh oranges consumption in the country. Oranges contribute significantly to the bulk of the world's citrus fruit production, accounting for more than 50% of the global citrus production. Output and consumption of oranges have grown sharply over the past 3 decades at a compounded rate of 3.5%. Production and exportation of processed orange products have also increased by 4.4% over the same period because of the improvement in transportation and the low packaging cost. Of all the oranges produced worldwide, 20% of the total is sold as a whole fruit, while the remainder is used in making extracts and juice. Oranges are also used as preservatives and spices in some of the coastal communities. Oranges are valued for vitamin C content. It is also a source of other nutrients including folacin, calcium, and potassium. Orange cultivation. Orange is one of the top citrus fruit grown in most of the countries after banana and apple. The most common species of citrus are mandarins, sweet orange, and lime. There are many orange cultivars or varieties developed for each region. The varieties are mainly pest resistant and high yielding. Some of the most common types include Santra, Valencia, Blood Red, and Seedles 182. Oranges grow well in both tropical and subtropical climates. For maximum yield and best crop growth, dry conditions characterized by low rainfalls ranging between 75 and 250 centimeters are the most favorable conditions. High humidity and frost conditions are a perfect environment for the spread of diseases in orange crops, while hot winds cause the plant to lose its flowers and young fruits. The orange crop grows well in a wide range of soil, including the alluvial, sandy loam, and red sandy soil. However, soil properties like fertility, drainage, and pH concentration are important factors to be considered. Orange crops can either be irrigated in an orchard or rain-fed in case of reliable rains. Orange production. Orange production and consumption have grown over the years. The current annual orange production is estimated at 50 million tons. The increase in orange production is mainly because of the larger cultivation area, efficient transport, and low packaging cost. However, the high production levels have significantly affected the rate of new planting, with the demand for oranges rising more than its output, especially in the developed countries like the United States. Oranges are produced worldwide, with 70% of the world's orange production taking place in the Northern Hemisphere. Thanks for watching this video. We are open to suggestions. Kindly drop your comments in the comment box and don't forget to subscribe the Big Man Business YouTube channel. See you in the next video.